Governor Laganation declares December 4 as Sankirtan Day for the state of Manipur with immediate effect. Mapitel Dam affected villagers warned of destroying Mapitel Dam if government fails to implement 16-point of memorandum of agreement. Ten civil bodies demand the government to arrest Dr. Mark T. Haukip within 24 hours for ridiculing freedom fighter Rani Gaidinlui, else warned of intense agitation. Manipur reports 39 new COVID-19 cases, 26 recoveries and 2 deaths in past 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 2.06%. And India adds 9,283 fresh COVID-19 cases, 10,949 recoveries and 437 deaths in 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 98.33%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance from one another. Please remember that the fight against the COVID-19 is not over yet. Now, the news in details. Government of Manipur has declared December 4 as Sankirtan Day for the state of Manipur with immediate effect. Commissioner of Art and Culture, Government of Manipur, Amt Joy issued an order in the name of Manipur Governor Laganation to this effect yesterday. Maharaja Bhagyachandra promoted Sankirtan in the 18th century and since then it became an integral part of Hindu community in the state. The religious ritual and performing arts Sankirtan was listed in the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity list of UNESCO in 2013. Mapitel Dam affected headsmen, chief and elders organizations. Manipur has warned that residents of 21 villages affected by Mapitel Dam will destroy the Mapitel Dam soon if the Manipur government fails to release the memorandum of agreement signed between the Manipur government and Mapitel Dam affected headsmen, chief and elders organizations, Manipur and JAC against the forced constructions of Mapitel Dam, Manipur. Mapitel Dam affected headsmen, chief and elders organizations, Manipur held a meeting at Riha village in Kamjong district and gave the ultimatum. Speaking on the sideline, organization's chairman and Ranmi said livelihood of the many villagers residing in the surrounding areas of Mapitel Dam have been taken away since the construction of the dam. Ranmi expressed disappointment that government has not done anything for the affected villagers till date. He recalled that 19 points memorandum of agreement included livelihood rehabilitation package of 3 lakh rupees each to the affected families, land compensation, development of tourist centers and to provide fishing equipments including boats and life jackets to fishermen. He lamented that only 3% of the memorandum of agreement have been fulfilled till date. The chairman also appealed to the forest department to carry out tree plantation drive in the area.
Government of Manipur ga ekoi organization asiga tang 4/12/2020 da 19-point agreement se enter tawbuni adubu ngisi phawbse 3% ne hene implement tawdi 3% su complete tawdi aduna ekoi ki agreement se government deprive tawbamramna ekoi na ultimatum se September ki 20 da government da thap madusu action law dawni na land ki affected miyam sige grievances oina government da in request of the ekoi Mapitel earth lam se dismantle tawbiro hanagi ekoi ki lopuk miyam se jum land wet petty field inkol miyam se ekoi normal life da le ekoi low urge hingege public yam ware have se government da media ki through da in request of ni
10 civil bodies of Manipur have demanded the government to arrest one Dr. Mark T. Haukip within 24 hours for his social media post which ridiculed freedom fighter Rani Gaidinlui by stating that she was not a true freedom fighter. Civil bodies, namely Kabui Mothers Association, Jalorong Baudi, IFSA, CLK Pandan, KSA IPAC and the 3 others organizations called a press conference at Rani Gaidinlui Memorial Complex in the Manipuri Imphal today. Speaking to media, Pandan President Yumnam Cha Dilip Kumar said that they take media claimed in a serious manner since Rani Gaidinlui took an active role in the fight for attainment of the freedom of Manipur and for the nation. He added that the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru even gave her the title of Rani as a mark of respect. Dilip Kumar urged Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren to arrest Dr. Mark T. Haukip in similar manners as others netizens who spoke against him on social media had been arrested. Secretary of Kabui Mothers Association Ranjita Gonmai also warned that the 10 civil bodies are all set to launch different types of agitation if the Manipur government failed to arrest the accused Dr. Mark T. Haukip within 24 hours.
Lanai oina Chief Minister gi mayokta ngangpa irakpa khudumokti khudakta yamna strict action lawi adugumba laipak oiba national gi oiba adugumba lusingbi ima amagi maramda ngangpada asi bhawda tumina leiba se masi yamna laibak thibani
mathong maram khangdaba kadai digi mahik amano refugee foreigner amana asu India gi Padma Bhushan phangro ima Rani Gaidinlui yang nieroi ban misak amana ima Rani Gaidinlui asu timati usik thoi dadana ngang ba haibase ekoi Manipur praja miyam usik thoi dabni haibatai na mahak phana ba tuba matamda mak ekoi state government arrest to view vidragadi ekoi Manipur da leba CSO mayam se lab punchi laga ekoi various sort of agitation sanction gani
Maira Paibi Lobed and Sombung Students Club Imphal have warned of launching counter-economic blockade in the village areas of the Manipur if tribal students' bodies, namely Atsumd, Ansumd and Keso, fail to revoke the ongoing indefinite economic blockade on national highways running through the states over the controversial ADC Bills 2021 at the earliest. Speaking to media at the Sombung Students Club today, Information and Publicity Secretary of Kangla Famdao 64, Lal Chaba Moirangcha, termed the economic blockade imposed by Atsum, Ansam and Keso as unreasonable. He said the blockade is adding more problems to general public who are already affected by the coronavirus pandemic. Indefinite economic blockade called by Old Manipur Tribal Students Union Manipur, Atsumd Old Naga Students Association of Manipur, Ansam and Kuki Students Organization KSO on the national highways of Manipur entered day 3 today. The blockade was imposed demanding state government to table the Manipur Held Areas ADC Bill 2021 in the assembly. Goods-laden trucks which were stranded along the Imphal-Dimapur road finally reached Imphal under tight security this dawn around 3:30 a.m. Trucks also reached Imphal from Imphal-Jiribam highway under strict security today. Thangwaiband MLA Kumukcham Joy Kishan has urged the government to convene an all-political party meeting at the earliest to resolve the issue of indefinite economic blockade along national highways imposed by tribal students' bodies over the ADC Bill 2021. Speaking to media at Khuyathong Pukriya Chowbamapal Community Hall today, MLA Joy Kishan condemned that some politicians are trying to gain political mileage over the bill as election draws near by building up communal tension to create vote banks. He said the ADC bill was recommended by Hild Area Committee and asked whether it has got approval from all the 60 MLAs. He further asked whether President of the allied parties BJP, NPP and NPF have agreed to the bill or not. He hinted that the bill must have been agreed upon by only some MLAs at the individual level. Demanding political parties to clarify the matter, MLA Joy Kishan added that no MLA will object to any legal welfare initiatives. He appealed to revoke the ongoing economic blockade as it is affecting the public, especially the daily wagers. The MLA also appealed to those concerned to refrain from calling counter-blockade.
ADC bill gi matang sisu political milias launaba natraga political contradictory thoga mass base semgalaga akhoi gi magi vote bank sagat pagi mahutta party gi level leader sing sina magi MLA singduna masi puthu hairi si karigino party de consult or mabra se fadana mamuta na khangba ado ngasai BJP gi president sa ayaba piramaba Congress के president sa ayaba piramaba NPF के president sa ayaba piraba NPF के president sa ayaba piragadi praja mayam da utchai haru to manam kai gino clear committee ri yaur be MLA si party khudi ma ke MLA lo yaur bane ado itaragadi masi khoi munna nai na batai.
Governor Ganeshan is accorded a warm reception to the newly appointed Vice Chancellor of Manipur Technical University, Tongbram Bhaveshwar, at the Raj Bhavan in Imphal. The new regular Vice Chancellor of the university is an eminent civil engineer, a fellow engineer and also a charter engineer with a vast experience in technical education. On the other hand, the 6 students' bodies, MSU, MSF, Desam, KSA, SUK and EMS have demanded removal of the Manipur Technical University Vice Chancellor on ground of violation of UGC guidelines. The student bodies carried out agitations at MTU campus today. Taking part in the protest, Desam Assistant Secretary Somorjit Luang said the Vice Chancellor does not meet the eligibility criteria of UGC of 10 years experience and demanded to appoint a new Vice Chancellor who fulfilled the criteria. He asks if there was any hidden agenda behind his appointment. Somorjit appealed to government to resolve the issue at the earliest, else warns of unprecedented agitation.
तंगाई मखदनी स्टेट सिगी याम मरु ओइब टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी सि कोइ नियम न चुम्बा मतिक चाबा बीसी अम हापगा हेन फबा स्टेट सिगी टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी मा ओहिननबगी पांतमदुदा खोंजिंग सि जंगसिन जरपनी मरम असिना लाइंगांगसु हारिबा मैरो लुप तरुकना जंगसिन जरिबा खोंजिंग सि यामना लुमना लोबिबगा लोइनना डेट 8 थ थोखरिबा असिगुम ऑर्डर सि रिव्यू तौबिउ यामना नियम चुम्बा मिउ एमा सि हापिउ हाइबसि मैरो लुप तरुकी माइकैदगी कोइ अपील तौजरी करिगुम्बा अखोइना यामना डेमोक्रेटिक ओइना जंगसिन जरिबा खोंजिंग सि ताबिददना हारिबा असिगुम थोखरिबा ऑर्डर सि अदुमक मखातना चनहंदुना टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी सि हेना कोइ फिबम सोक्चनबा बमदा लाननबगी खोंथांग सुम लखलप तारगदी अतोपा हेना कंजनबा खोंजंग क्या कोइ संगसल ओइ हानिङाइ लेते.
National People's Party (NPP) announced some names of NPP candidates for 2022 general elections to Manipur Legislative Assembly during a felicitation ceremony held at HVS complex in Patsoi today. NPP is filing former Kontokjum MLA K. Sarat, Maibamd Dhanvir from the Hyanglam constituency, Mayengbamd Ranjit from the Wabagai constituency and Eld Lohumd from the Saitu constituency. NPP National President Conrad K. Sangma accorded warm welcome to the candidates at the event. Speaking at the event, Conrad Sangma expressed firm belief that NPP will secure maximum seats in the upcoming election and become the single largest party in Manipur. Stressing the need for teamed work, the party national president advised the party workers to abide by the party's leader's decision. Conrad K. Sangma also announced that state election committee for NPP will be formed soon and that it will finalize the names of all the candidates. He said that the party will take a decision on doubling the number of NPP candidates in some of the constituencies after ground reality checked by the committee. He said NPP welcomes constructive suggestions from the party members and it will be considered for taking the party's decision. Conrad K. Sangma also accorded warm welcome to former corporator of Imphal Municipal Corporation, Ward number 12, Potsangbam Premila, along with former BJP and INC workers to the party. NPP Vice President Yumnam Joykumar, State President N. Kaishi, Working President L. Jayant Kumar and party officials attended the event.
और मुझे उम्मीद है कि जिस तरीके से हमारी पार्टी आज काम कर रही है और जिस तरीके से आज पब्लिक का सपोर्ट और रिस्पांस हमें मिल रहा है, मुझे उम्मीद है कि इस आने वाले इलेक्शंस में एनपीपी सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी होके उभरेगी। मैक्सिमम सीट्स हमें मिलेंगे और हम सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी होंगे, ये मुझे पूरा विश्वास है। लेकिन ये कहते हुए मैं पार्टी के हर एक लीडर्स और हर एक पार्टी के वर्कर्स से मैं ये रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगा कि हम जो भी काम करें, हम एक टीम जैसा काम करें। किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में टीम वर्क अगर नहीं होगा तो हमारी रिजल्ट्स में और काम में थोड़ी कमी रहेगी। तो हमारे एफर्ट्स को 100% करने के लिए, ताकि हमें सबसे अच्छा रिजल्ट मिले, टीम का हर एक मेंबर हमारे लिए जरूरी है।
Langthabal MLA Karam Shyam has inspected the ongoing constructions of Topokpi water supply scheme and Kanchipur water supply scheme today. Speaking on the sideline, the MLA assured of completing the Kanchipur water supply scheme by December of this year to provide safe drinking water to every household of the constituency. He instructed the relevant authorities to expedite the construction of the project funded by National Development Bank and various other schemes. He mentioned that NDA government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi targets to provide safe drinking water to citizens living in every nook and corner of the country by 2022, and as a part of which constructions of 4 water supply schemes have started for the constituency. They are Topokpi, Haurebi, Chajing, Karam and Kanchipur water supply scheme.
Thamuki matungda di ek isingi problem se Langthabal Canada sama adi Kanchipur water supply na koli be jaga da di adugi problem do adi laira roi aduna fill la salaga adi ki songi su yaure aduga concern koi Kanchipur ge maintenance division ge iris yaure adi a yaure aduna people sta koi Thamuki matungda di singje sungshoi na piraga ni habagi thaja badu thamjabaga loina na matam khara di koi da pipe fitting tawba khotpa dagi si hilltops ki se toba pipe sida thami ni ade pukhalakpa kokalakpa da kitang matam changmane aduna mayam khara ngaiminaraga sigi matungda gi di ising yawat pa se punchi chupagi oina ko ogane na khale.
Taking part in the inspection visit, Water Supply Maintenance 2 Executive Engineer Eld Iris stated that the 1.74 MLD Topokpi water supply schemes have intake capacity of 3 lakh litres and 7 lakh litres each. He said constructions of the water supply scheme, which will provide water to residents living at the stretch of 14 km, will begin on the 1st of December and will be completed within a year, while 90% of the 15 lakh capacity held top water supply at Kanchipur has been completed under the funding of NDB, RIDF and NLCPRA scheme. The engineer said the scheme will provide adequate drinking water to residents of Langthabal constituency and part of Nauria Pakhanglakpa, Thongju and Singjame Assembly constituency. He said the project aims to supply water to people living within 51 kilometers of the water supply scheme.
Almost lower 90%. Hujik akoina chathari makha dagi rising main pipeline 450 ki ama sida sing thagalakpa gi connection taunabagi process ta kanna tingkhalai ado within 1 month's time the DC gi kano reservoir is fully functional hoyane koi gi sigi reservoir sinagi pirakatoi be sing je amna Langthaban gi Langthaban AC Nauria AC adagi Thongju amadi singjamai gi part ma akoi sidagi sigi through the sing akoi na pi ga dori bane ado athuba da akoi within December gi second week try about the akoi praja da masi gi kana ba phangani na thaje.
Manipur added 39 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 1,888 samples tested in the last 24 hours. Today's COVID-19 positivity rate stands at 2.06%. As per the latest report from State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 1,25,046. Active cases are 698. Two COVID-19 patients one each from Vishnupur and Imphal West district died in the past 24 hours. That toll stands at 1,965. On the positive note, 26 recoveries were reported in the past 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases to 1,22,383. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 97.87%. A teacher of Tampasana Girls Higher Secondary School in Imphal has tested positive for COVID-19, following which the school principal A. Sangeeta today announced closure of the school for 3 days with effective from tomorrow. Teaching and non-teaching staffs and students will not attend the school till November 27th. It may be mentioned that physical classes of class 9 and above resumed following government's order after a long gap due to COVID-19 pandemic. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
K Center, global leader in CAD, CAM, CAE education comes to Imphal. Engineering amadi architecture gi student amadi professional singda latest module da training piri.
K Center Initian Sagol ber moirang nerak machin.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव का मरी लेना मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पावर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की मखादा ब्यूरो ऑफ एनर्जी इफिशिएंसी अमदी एनएसपी ने सिंधुना नेशनल पेंटिंग कॉम्पिटिशन ऑन एनर्जी कंजर्वेशन 2021 पांगथोकलगनी तोंगान तोंगान ग्रुप अनि थोकना क्लास 5 तगे 7 फावगिना ग्रुप ए अमदी क्लास 8 तगे 10 फावगिना ग्रुप बी हाइना खाइदोकुना एनर्जी इफिशिएंसी इंडिया अमदी क्लीनर प्लैनेट हाइबा टॉपिक ता पांगथोकदबनी लास्ट डेट ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन नवंबर 20 रजिस्ट्रेशन अमदी अकुपा मरोल गिदमक www.b-studentsaward.in दगी खंगलबा
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. India added 9,283 fresh COVID-19 cases, 10,949 recoveries and 437 deaths in the past 24 hours. As per the latest report of the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 active cases have dropped to 1,11,481. Total recovery cases have reached 3,39,57,698 and recovery rate stands at 98.33%. That toll has reached 4,66,584. Over 118,44 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 25 crore, 92 lakh 34,000 people, above 51 lakh 87,000 people. They have died and recoveries are above 23 crore, 45 lakh 75,000. United States of America has the highest active cases of above 93 lakh 29,000 in the world, followed by Brazil and India. President of the BJP Manipur Pradesh, A. Sarada, has claimed that BJP is gaining strength day by day as the party does not work in view of elections, but according to it's the party's definite ideology. She was speaking at the one-day political meeting held at Kurkult Awang Lekai Community Hall organized by BJP Sekmai Mandal today. BJP National General Secretary Organization B.L. Santosh also attended the event. Sarada expressed belief that BJP will win absolute majority in the upcoming election. Speaking on the occasion, the Sekmai MLA H. Dingo also expressed firm belief that BJP will win the upcoming election.
Ngasi North is the others political parties in the Siga. I go party that party will be different. I go party political parties. KANEL is the no. I go parties and party nagi. Party tawai ba thamak thawai kunima people si da matak khalakan baro tab lai ba nagari kunima community kunima tak manana manana thakma tab khalkala lai ba se masih semai da tuhan community sinta ngasi bawda baro ke prime minister na pai kala scheme singa jat bijat khaya da kachu mamata tawgi de ha se ai koi puna makna sakhi
ari grassroots to khoi thabak se tawribra tawdabra aduga mokhina mana training program ma ari kamai to na khoi lakador election sida thengna gadage kamai to na organization je hena mapangan kalan gadage aro kamai to na khoi vote che mangjin thana ka gadage haibagi adumba kaino sidida akhoi main emphasis piba lakpani haina maina thamjani aduna akhoi gi demak tadi semai kendra matari yam chakthong ningai oi ba adumba tanja amakhang ne hajini.
Residents of polling number 18 and 19 of Kukching constituency have resolved to support intending candidate of Kukching constituency Y. Sur Chandra in the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election. The decision was taken after a meeting held at Kukching Shumak Laikai Panthoibi Mandop today. Taking part in the event, Y. Sur Chandra recalled the welfare activities he initiated during his tenure as the local MLA. The intending candidate presented gifts to around 150 widows, senior citizens and persons with disabilities. He also extended aid to around 450 members of self-help groups on the occasion. Jiriband MLA Atsab Uddin's nominee Moirangthem the Promend has expressed disappointment over the exclusion of the name of Jiriband MLA in the inauguration of Nongchup Thong, or the Western Gate of Manipur. It may be recalled that Chief Minister Nongthom Mambiren inaugurated the gate in the presence of the Jiriband MLA at Jiriband's Babupara yesterday. Promend expressed the same to media persons at the Sat Bhavana Mandap in Jiribam's Sonapur in the presence of representatives of the various communities today.
Kanan injin bataki local MLA bu yauhandri banu local MLA yauhan biyaro haina kanan injin li banu haibado adum tanga su khoi khangjani ngi jiri ki praja moina asumaina jiri bam da sangka ba jiri bam da Manipur ki Western Gate ori ba nong saba thong sangka ba sida jiri bam ki mihut ori ba local MLA fauba yauhan da ba thong amati asiguma thong sing asi jiri praja bu hanthana yengba hanthana ubi bagi muong mali maramatuna asigumba jiri praja bu
Civil society organization Saikud has organized a public consultative meeting on the upcoming 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election at Saikud Community Hall. Village chiefs of Saikud areas, youth leaders and representatives of women's organizations took part in the event. Thangwaiband MLA Kumukcham Joykishan has extended financial aid to ailing senior reporter of Naharolgi Thaudang newspaper, Thokchomd Rocky. It may be mentioned that Rocky was injured in a road mischief at Nomaibung Nandebum Chutheg on 15th of November. He was undergoing treatment at Jennings Neurosurgery Ward and was discharged yesterday. However, doctors have advised further home treatment. Thokchom Rocky is from Kongpal Kongkhamd Laikai, Kurai Assembly constituency. All India Trade Union Congress Manipur State Unit has welcomed the state cabinet's approval to increase the honorarium and incentive of Angalwadi workers, helpers, mini workers and Asha workers. However, expressed disappointment over the exception of the midday meal workers. One-day hearing, medical check-up and distribution of hearing aid was held at Uripok Ajomleikai Community Hall today. Ali Yavar Jung National Institute of Hearing Handicapped Regional Center, Bhuvaneshwar, Orissa and BJP Uripok Mandal organized the camp, supervised by Central Assistant Director Dr. Lanu Wanboy Aimold and BJP intending candidate of Uripok Assembly constituency Laishramd Minavanta. Hearing aids were provided to deaf persons of the constituency under assistance to disabled persons for purchase fitting of the aids and appliances. ADIP scheme of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Around 150 hearing aids were provided to beneficiaries during the camp. International handed medical kits, including 12-channeled portable ECG machines to Kwakta Primary Healthcare Center, PHC, under the Moirang constituency today. In the event jointly organized by Seva Bharati Manipur and BJP intending candidate from Moirang constituency, ex-MLA M. Prithviraj, volunteer coordinator of Seva International, retired Lieutenant General Alan Singh, stated that the Seva Bharati has provided medical kits and essentials since the onset of COVID-19 pandemic to public, which comprises of 100 oxygen concentrators and ambulance, amongst others.
हौजौजिकसु अखोई सेवाभारतीदा अखोई ऑक्सीजन बैंक अमले कनागुंबा लमदमसिगी प्रजाना ऑक्सीजन दरकार लेबिरबदी अखोईदा कांटेक्ट तौबिरगा ऑक्सीजन लौबिबे यागनी मदु फ्री नि यामना फवा एम्बुलेंस अमसु लई अखोई स्टेट की मपान अनाबो पुबगिदे अखोईगी दु यारोय अदुना तना अते अते जगादगी करिगुंबा अना एक यावरसु एम्बुलेंस तो फ्री द लौबिबे यागनी.
Sahitya Thaupangaluk Imphal organized Imphal Literature Festival at Manipur Press Club today with an aim to popularize Manipuri language and literature to the world. Around 20 writers, including 4 from other states, read out poems at the event. Sahitya Academy awardee R.K. Bhuvansana chaired the recitation. Speaking at the event, Vice Chancellor of DM University, Professor N. Rajmohan, said art and literature can go hand in hand with science. He added that many world-famous scientists were big fans of art and literature. He stressed the need to award the upcoming generation on the relation between science subject and art and literature. Chairman of Festivals Committee, Saraj Chand Thiam, and Maharashtra's Marathi poet Prafuld Siledar attended the event.
It's going to be power scientists, Heisenberg, John Kepler, Hilbert, Hermann Weyl, and many others. They were also focusing very much on this truth and beauty, scientific approach, literary approach, art field, conference science, literacy, and art
Manipur University Students' Union organized state-level opened Manipur Patriotic Solo Song Competition on Sacrifice and Survive Together at the university's Centenary Hall today. Altogether, 29 participants competed in the event. President of Manipur University Teachers Association, Professor Devananda Ningthaujam, MUSU President Maibam Michael, MU Students Welfare Dean Dr. L. Vishwanath, and MU Cultural Coordinator Dr. R.K. Shirais attended the event. Kids Foundation School, located at Airport Road, Imphal, has been conferred the Best School in the Futuristic Education 2021 Awards during the Global Education Summit and Convocation conducted by International Internship University. The award carrying a trophy and certificate were handed over to founder of Kids Foundation School, Wahangbam Brajabidhu, during a formal function held at the auditorium of Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs in New Delhi. Luang Sangbam Baptist Church organized Chingmi Tami Ningo Chakoba celebration at Luang Sangbam Jingold Lekai today. 200 women folks of hills and valley took part in the celebration. Now the news from the world of sports. The 11th Sub-Junior Boys State-Level Boxing Championship kickstart today at the boxing arena of Kumalampak Sports Complex in Imphal under the aegis of the Manipur Amateur Boxing Association. Executive member of Ukrult ADC Than Chipend, MABA Vice President and Remote Kumar, former IMC Mayor S. Sushil Kumar and eminent members of MABA took part in the event. In the 43-kilogram sub-junior boys semi-final match played today, Thauba Maibam of Vishnupur defeated CH Agu of Imphal West District. Thauba Maibam is playing against KS Senatomba of Kakching in the final match. While in the first semi-final match of 52-kilogram junior girls category, H. Karuna of Taubald beat Churachandpur's Esther Baite, and T.S. Prameshwari of Imphal West District defeated S. Anjali of Kakching in the second semi-final match. In the 46-kilogram sub-junior boys category, and Baby Chan of Imphal West District defeated Mashung Chuld of Ukrul District in the first semi-final match, and M. Nikison of Imphal West District thrashed CH Manithoiba of Vishnupur District in the second semi-final match. The 8th sub-junior girls championship will kick off tomorrow. Manipur team participating in the 26th Senior Women's National Football Championship left Imphal for Kerala today. The championship will kick off under the aegis of All India Football Federation on 28th of November. Altogether, 32 teams from across India are taking part in the championship. Arjuna and the Padma Shri awardee Oinand Bambam and Roni Bala are chief coach and goalkeeping coach for the Manipuri team of 20 players. Speaking to media, Bambam expressed firm belief that the Manipur team will win the championship title again.
Kerala da pangthokpadoriba 26 Senior National Women Football Championship asida aigi staff sing amsung aigi junior players sing yam kan hona jari khoi chi mamangi tournament ju ki champion team ni aduna khoi champion ki title ase amu hana maintain tawraga khoi Manipur ki mai korona hona bada khoi aigi staff ai sama ga su players sing kan hona je game Manipur ki lebe praja miyam na khoi bu khoi na celebrate tournament asida mai pa ko you have ki khoi wahi amsung wis pamje.
Chennaiyin Football Club defeated Hyderabad Football Club 1-0 in yesterday's match of the Hero Indian Super League ISL 2021-2022. Valdemir Command netted the winning goal at 66 minutes of the match played at Goa's GMC Athletic Stadium. League match between Orissa and Bengaluru is underway at Goa's Tilak Maidan since 7:30 p.m. India will lock horns with France in the first match of FIH Orissa Hockey Men's Junior World Cup at Bhubaneswar today. Tokyo Olympics bronze medalist Vivek Sagar Prasad is leading the Indian team. The match will begin at 8 this evening. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Governor La Ganeshans declares December 4 as Sankirtan Day for the state of Manipur with immediate effect. Mapitel Dam affected villagers warned of destroying Mapitel Dam if government fails to implement 16-point of Memorandum of Agreement. 10 civil bodies demands government to arrest Dr. Mark T. Haukip within 24 hours for ridiculing freedom fighter Rani Gaidinlui L's warns of intense agitation. Manipur reports 39 new COVID-19 cases, 26 recoveries and 2 deaths in past 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 2.06%. And India adds 9,283 fresh COVID-19 cases, 10,949 recoveries and 437 deaths in 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 98.33%. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is prime-timed Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and stay safe.
Sky Hospital, providing 24/7 heart attack center in Manipur. Don't delay, call immediately if you're having symptoms of heart attack like sudden onset chest pain, breathlessness, pain in left arm, heaviness in chest, nausea, vomiting. Hurry, consult our internationally renowned UK trained heart specialist